Well, how's it going, everyone? It is Terry Swales here, and I have some exciting news to relay to you tonight, and that is the fact that we have a brand new site to show you. tswales.com has been renovated, and it is a very robust weather site now with all kinds of information. A lot of the sites that I personally like to go to, a lot of the information that I dig in to make my forecast, so it should be a little bit more informative and in-depth for you with a lot of cool features. So you can see across the top here, there's some of the menus that we've added to the site, and you can see a whole bunch of things there. But one of the things that I really wanted to touch on first of all is that when you go to the site, all you got to do is type in your town or put in your zip code here, and then once the system recognizes you, every time you call it up, you're going to get your current conditions and you're going to get a forecast that you can go and look at. That'll be nice and reliable and easy to find. And over here, you'll always have a radar or a satellite on the screen, but you can get much more in-depth, and that's something we'll talk about in a little bit. Another thing that everybody always likes about the site are the blogs, and those are not going to go away, obviously. They're in a little different looking format, but I think they're easy to read, and I actually like the fact that you can archive those now and look into some of the older blogs that I put up over the past few months. So, meantime, let's go in here and talk about the blogs, because I think this is kind of cool too. Not only do I have my own, but Carolyn has her blog. That's my wife, and many of you have followed her and her interesting adventures over the past several years, so she'll be putting content here. And then we have Rebecca Kopelman's blog. Now, Rebecca works at the television station with me, and she is a meteorologist, somebody I think is really up and coming and just so passionate about weather. So we're really excited to have her on the site too, because she'll be adding more content, putting in videos, and we'll have a lot of fresh information on here thanks to her extra addition to the team. And then up here, there's your forecast. So you click on that, you're going to be able to get a lot of specific forecast information, hour by hour type stuff. And I'll just kind of pull it up here and show you. And actually, I kind of jumped onto the radar, but I can go back to the forecast there. And again, there you can see the specifics, which if you click on each one of these, that'll bring you into more detail. There's also an hour by hour forecast there. So if you're looking for weather information specific to your area, you're certainly going to get it there. The radar. Now, this is where we really put a lot of emphasis. Over here on the side, I've got some real high definition, high resolution radar data. And for example, if we go in and click on this, you'll be able to see a local radar, a regional radar, and a satellite, and these are just fantastic. You're going to be able to get right down into the storms and see a lot more in depth as to what's going on there. Unfortunately, it's a quiet night tonight. Don't have too much to show you, but they're definitely out there. And then as we go back to the top here on the actual radar page, if you want to, anywhere in the Midwest, find a radar that covers your area, all you have to do is go in here and click on a radar. Let's go to Omaha. I can see that there's a little bit of snow over that way. You also notice that the radar has the capability to animate too. Doesn't seem to be doing it right there. Any reason why? I don't know. Whatever, it was doing it earlier.
Not sure.
Anyway, it will animate. And there it goes. It just took a little while, I think, to maybe load it up. But bottom line is, all of these will animate, and all of these will cover the Midwest. So you'll have lots of radar data at your disposal. Pretty excited about that. Then we've got a page for current conditions. Obviously, temperatures primarily right now, but you'll be able to get dew points, winds, things like that. Then we have a great winter page. We all like to see those snowfall forecasts, and we have the models now in here that update on a regular basis. So the European goes out 3 days, so does the GFS, the NAM, and the RPM only goes to 48. And there's another larger version of the GFS, which is the US model. So every time these are updated, the site will also pull that information, and you can get fresh snowfall forecasts on here. Here's some stuff from the Weather Prediction Center that's also related to snow. You can see snow depths, snow totals, and even the yearly accumulated snowfall. So the winter page is pretty robust, and we're pretty pumped about that aspect too. So we'll get you back up here to the top, and we'll move into severe. And when there is something happening, any one of these forecast offices around the Midwest, you can see the warnings, the advisories that will be in effect, and you can of course click on those and you get specific details. The SPC outlooks for severe thunderstorms will be on here, mesoscale discussions, all that pertinent information for severe weather. And on this map here, all across the country, weather warnings and advisories. And for the models, a lot of you like to look at weather models. I've tried to condense as many as I can on here that you don't have to pay for. So these are all great sites that I frequently use, and they're going to give you some fine information in times of severe weather. Teleconnections. A lot of you, we talk about what's going on with the long-range forecasts like the AO, the NAO, things of that nature. So you can find those in here too. This is stuff from CPC here, which is the 6 to 10 day outlooks, and a little bit longer at the 8 to 14, some of the upper air data that's associated with that. And then of course you go back up here if you want to know what the AO is doing, the Arctic Oscillation. You can see what phase that is in. And hopefully we can get some stuff in here with the MJO soon. But a lot of teleconnections, things that I like to use when I make my long-range forecasts. Also have sections in here on the videos where Rebecca or I will try to do a lot more video updating on the site so that you can see some of our forecasts in specific and get it personally from us instead of reading it. And then we've got our books on here, anything related to T-Swells or myself personally, that's in here as well. Carolyn's book too. And then, other things that talk a little bit about us and our history and in the past. But essentially, in a nutshell, that is the brand new tswales.com. Hopefully, you'll enjoy it. We put a lot of work and effort into it, and we'll be delivering it to your home anytime you want it, day or night. So enjoy the site, and thanks for checking it out.